Hey guys, it's Cameron here at Barbecue Spit Rotisseries, and today we're going to learn how to do ham. That is, make our own ham, ideal for Christmas or any other time of year really. It's pork. Making your own ham is pretty easy. It does take a little bit of planning however, and there's a few things you're going to want to have organised right at the start before you start getting involved in the ham itself. Okay, simple things like jug. You need to be able to mix up some brine for the injecting. You also need a container big enough to fit whatever cut of pork we're using. It needs to be able to be completely submerged in there and watertight, and it needs to be able to fit in the fridge. That's a mistake I've made before. Okay, today we're going to be using Misty Gully's maple ham cure. It's a pretty simple process. The ratios for our brine mixing today is going to be 130 grams of Misty Gully per litre. Now, a little bit of maths involved. You need to be able to mix 25% of the pork's cut's weight in brine for injecting. Okay, say for argument's sake, 4 kilo piece of pork, it means we need 1 litre, 25%, 1 litre of brine to inject into that pork. This one's a bit of a monster at 5.5, so we're going to need a bit more than that. Also meant I had to find another container. The injection process, what we want to try and do is spread it reasonably evenly across the ham. Okay, we also need to be able to try and inject a fair bit in and around the bone, so right in that center. Okay, so I generally will start in this center bit, work my way out, and then slowly work my way around the whole ham until it's all gone. Now, you will have obviously bits spurt out and drip around. That just ends up in with the rest of my mix anyway. Now there's a whole range of injectors you can use. I'm just using a pretty basic one today, as long as the needle's relatively long so we can get into the center of this ham, which is where we need the injection. So at the end of the day, the outside will get taken care of by the submersion. Alright, so you don't need to be shy with this stuff, plenty of it. As I said, it's more important to get more brine on the inside than it is on the outside. Bottom and the bone's all done. We're just going to work our way around. Alright, now that our injecting's all done, into a nice big tub. Now I only ever estimate how much I need, put the ham in, and then if we need to mix a bit more brine, we can. Better than the thing overflowing. So in it goes, lid on top, into the fridge. Now, when it comes to brining, it is 1 day for every 500 grams. Okay, so in the case of this one, we're actually going to be brining for around that 11 to 12 day mark. Then we've got to rinse and cook after that. So this is what I mean. You want to sit down with a bit of paper at the start, work out when you want to cook and work backwards from there. So you give it plenty of time to cure properly. Okay guys, so we've finished the curing of our ham. So it's been in the fridge for a good 10, 11 days. We've rinsed it and soaked it in water, changed that water every 2 to 3 hours. I did it for about 5. We did skip the last step, which isn't essential, and that's if you want to leave it uncovered in the fridge overnight. After you've done the rinse off, it just helps form a bit of a pellicle. It will take in a little bit more smoke. I'm intending to glaze this ham anyway, so a lot of the smoke that gets into that skin is going to be gone, so I didn't worry about it this time. We're going to be smoking it with some cherry wood. You can use hickory if you want a nice strong flavour. I've gone for something a bit milder this time. As usual, have a play with it, mix and match, whatever suits you. Alright guys, our probe says it's 65 degrees Celsius, so it's time to pull the ham out because this little pig is done. Get gloves, even with a liner, because it's going to be hot. Looking good. That one out. So you've got two options at this point. You can just start slicing and stuffing your face if you really want. We're going to let this sit out for a little bit, cool, and then leave it in the fridge, because tomorrow we're going to take another step with this. You'll see in another video. Stay tuned.